Good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. Rhypi here, and welcome to Rhypi Talks. Before we start this video, I'll be putting a disclaimer that I'll be putting in every video. The wording may be slightly different every time, but in this, in theory, that all of these videos, I'm not trying to get the correct facts or claim that I know 100% of these facts. I just want to discuss different ideas that may help people, may not help people, but we'll see how. In this episode, I'll be discussing about Rollercoaster, but in the negative sense. Because we all know that roller coasters go up and down. Sometimes it may be that we have it where in our life it goes up, goes down, and keeps going up and down, and sometimes go constant once we're at peace of what we want. Other times we may have it where we start up, go back down, and then we settle. Sometimes it may be that we have it where at a low point we shoot back up and become constant. Sometimes it could be that we start going down, and then because of a life opportunity, go up and be constant till it stops. That everyone's life is different. It's just a matter of how things are. So with that in mind, maybe in the future episode of this, I'll discuss my own roller coaster. But to describe it a little bit, what I mean by that, without saying any details whatsoever about it, just to show some color, that my life, I feel like, has been constant up to a certain point, then goes down, goes back up, goes down, goes back up, slightly goes down, slightly goes up, constant, going up a little bit, then at some point something goes down, and right now I'm currently after my low point again. That if I really want to exaggerate, I could feel like this as well. Well, that I'm right here or right here, depending on how I self-reflect later. Maybe in a couple years, if people are really interested in hearing my life in roller coaster, maybe I'll discuss it at that point. But the point of roller coaster, that sometimes things happen that you can affect, and sometimes it can be that something happens and makes the roller coaster starts. But then there could be also times where you affect things going positive, or after you received your low point, you could be able to say that you made the difference around the time when there's a low point. But there could be high points where people helped you along the way, but then there's also points where people can take things away. That journey of a roller coaster is different for everyone. That I'm not gonna say that I can help you with your roller coaster, because at the end of the day, it's your decision of what things affect you or don't affect you. I've had friends and family to help me out throughout the years, but that yes, having support really helps you get out of a phrase for better since gutter. But there's been times where no matter how much people help you, it doesn't feel like things change. But at the end of the day, What are you able to do to help make sure your roller coaster goes to the direction you want? There's many ways you can look at it. That could be life moments that can't be reversible, but you have to build from that. Other times it could be something that is beyond your control because it costs a amount. But at the end of the day, you have to figure out what's right for you. You can have a roller coaster that is true to yourself. You could have a roller coaster that's not true to yourself. I, like for me, I like staying honest with myself. So, because if you can't be honest to yourself, how can you be honest to other people around you? Some people will take advantage of that honesty because they know you don't lie. Other people, if they know that you lie to get your way, will keep exploiting that until you're not a thing that they can depend on anymore and cut the ties. And you have a downward spiral that way. There's many ways that a roller coaster can affect your life. Just a matter of what is true for you. We can do as much as we can to help each other out. Some things may only depend on what you're willing to do for yourself. Can you stay true or honest to yourself? As we go through our life roller coaster, what do you hope to accomplish? And does your goals correspond to what you really want? Or is it just something that you're settling for? You just have to be true to yourself no matter. Many times you hear people say, shoot for the stars, but if you need to do it little bits at a time, don't be afraid to do that. Because even making small steps can lead to a bigger step later down in the road. Like me right now, making videos to help keep me at peace of mind while I'm looking for my next decision. But as we figure out for ourselves what we want, then and help get help by our friends, our family, people that are in places where they can help, but don't feel pressure to do something you don't want to do. You can't be honest to yourself. Have you lost the reason why you wanted to do it in the first place? Life is a roller coaster if you make it to be. Some roller coasters doesn't have a changing direction till the very end. Some roller coasters will be bumpy. Some will be jagged where it seems like something's missing. Other times it may stay constant the whole way in life because you did nothing to change it. Or just a flat line. But everyone says that straight lines now is the happiest. As you look into what you want to do, you choose your own destiny and your own roller coaster in life. But sometimes you may have to depend on people. But don't cut people off just because they're not useful. Thank the ones that helped you along the journey. But all else, even though people may grow apart, People may realize that they turn coded, or you never saw their true colors. The important thing is that you try to stay true to yourself as much as you can. If you can't stay true to yourself, how can people like or appreciate what you do? Your roller coaster is on your shoulders, whether you want it to be or not. You can hire so many people that the roller coaster is not affected by your decisions. But once it becomes back to your decision, it may be a sinking ship. And you have to figure out a way to get your roller coaster out of the water. But above all else, you're in charge of your roller coaster. Make the most of your life as you can see. Like I said at the beginning, maybe in the future I'll claim my roller coaster, and hopefully in a couple years when I do ever make that video, I'm able to say that I'm at a higher point than I can say right now with my 2X's. But at this time, that's how I currently feel my roller coaster. And my journey is not far from over. It's just beginning again. As time dwindles, you're in charge of your destiny, whether it's your roller coaster or not. You can help others with their roller coaster, but don't feel like your roller coaster depends on someone else's roller coaster. That's, you have to figure out what works for you. But don't forget those who help you along the way. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Rhypi Talks. Have a good morning, afternoon, evening, depending on when you're watching this video. Bye.